Hi, this is Ness, and you are listening to Yolanda Neely from the Urban Influencer. This is the #1 platform for independent artists. Please check them out on Instagram at, what is it? At The Urban Influencer. I didn't want to leave the B out. The Urban Influencer on Instagram. Yes.
Hello, and welcome to the Urban Influencers Radio interview, the #1 platform for breaking indie artists. And speaking of which, we got I don't even know why we've been calling you indie, because I mean, you are the folks that you have worked with. So we're going to talk about all of that. I have Vanessa Ness Powers. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Welcome to the Urban Influencers podcast. And it's my honor again. I was reading your bio, listen, I like to listen to the music first. And I was like, okay, I'm liking this. Got that neo soul, got that R&B flavor, a little smoothed out. My speed, I love. So I was like, okay. I'm loving it.
Thank you.
Hey, how are you feeling right now? I can see the smile on your face, the glow.
I tend to look like this around this time of the day.
Well, good.
Right after dinner time, I'm smiling because that pretty much hangry is over. So, but
right.
No, I'm feeling awesome, and I'm so grateful to you and Urban Influencer for having me on. I so appreciate it. When I found out I was Artist of the Week this week, I was like, oh my gosh, I end up being interviewed at the same time. So it's amazing. This is so amazing.
I mean, first we're gonna tell us a little bit about you, Ness. Who you are and how you started in the business.
Yeah, I started in the business way back. I went to a party and that was being given by the Force MDs. And
okay.
At the time, when you're hanging out with friends, you kind of do certain things or whatever. And they were rapping in a garage. And I said,
okay.
And they said, anybody want to get up here and rap? I was like, yeah, no. And my friends like, she raps, and just threw me up on the what they call the stage.
Okay.
And he took my number. I just freestyled something. He took my number and asked me to come and jump on an album like a couple of weeks later.
Are you serious?
I lied to you not. And I just was like, okay, I'll go. And then at some point while I was writing rap lyrics and stuff like that, someone said, have you ever written a song? And I was like, nope. And so they said, we need this. This is what a bar is. We need 8 of those, 16 of these, 8 of those, bridge going out. Gave me a track. I wrote it over in one day. I wrote the song in one day. And Rajane, who is currently #1 on the Urban Influencer chart.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
She was the catalyst to me becoming a songwriter, because she took my very first song for her album that year.
Wow. And
she was signed to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis on Perspective Records.
I mean, who does that?
Who does that?
Who does that? I mean, all of these people that I know out here grinding to even get an opportunity to get on a project, a Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis project.
Yeah.
And here you are hanging out with some friends, me such and such, who know such and such. Oh, it was meant for you to be in the game.
Yeah,
you just walked in it.
I wish I could say I just walked in it, but I think God just pulled me and walked me right into it, because it just happened so random. Everything was just random. It was like, but the one thing I can say that I've that was consistent through it all is that when someone said, hey, can you do it? I never said no.
See, you stepped out. You're a risk taker. You took that risk.
Yeah.
You gotta lose.
Yeah, I was like, I could have, I hesitated. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, But yeah, no, I've never done it, but can I try it? I'll give it a shot. And and blessings ever since. Just
wow. So where are you from, Ness?
oh my gosh. Well, I was born in DC.
Okay.
But I was raised in Jersey City and Manhattan. So right up.
I heard Manhattan. I
Yeah.
heard it. I'm from Queens. Heard that.
I used to live in Queens.
I'm from Hollis, Queens, girl.
I was the last stop on the train in
Yes.
Queens.
Wow.
At the very last stop. And it's funny, but that's where we were recording with a group named Solo, who is also signed to Jimmy Jam and Terry.
I remember Solo.
Yes.
Heaven. They had a song called Heaven. I love them boys. They came to I forgot what market I was in. This has been a minute. And I remember they performed for the radio station. And I fell in love with those brothers. They were just talented.
Yes. So when they were literally starting their album as well. And they came out to our little apartment out in Queens and recorded.
Don't be laughing at Queens like that.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't Queens. It was the little apartment because it was a place where they had like roosters.
Okay, see?
Sorry.
That's okay.
So I thought he was going to fall off the bed. My dog, y'all. So anyway, but yeah, we were in Queens and they came out and they were recording and we just went through so many different I'm so sorry. He is
That's okay.
Not feeling
well. That's why I locked my little brother up.
So we just went through but meeting them and we just started to realize that artists are just artists. They're trying to do the best that they can. They're trying to work and meet new people. But yeah, that's when I was in Queens, still in Queens. I was working with Raja, Solo, and Jimmy and Terry. Yes, from Queens.
I gotta say this to you, Ness. You look young. I mean, you're talking some years now. I mean,
yep.
For a minute.
Yes, I got all them years on me.
But you look great.
Thank you.
I mean, you look like you were like 26, 27 years old.
I appreciate it. I'm
like, what you know about it's Solo?
Right? But I'm telling you, it's funny though, because of my mom and my dad, I go way, I listen to the stylistics, the Delph.
Okay. Ooh, girl.
I go way back there. Where even my friends were like, what are you listening to? I was like, why have I not noticed? So I appreciate it. I wish my knees felt as young as I look, but nope.
Trust me, I understand. I do understand. Yeah, when that age gets to creep, hey, before you look, it's like, oh yeah, I know, I feel it.
Yeah, long as I can look good sitting down, I'm good.
I hear you. So you work with artists from Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. You work with Full Force. Tell me, who else have you worked with?
Force MD. It was
Force MD. I'm sorry.
Yes. Ann Nesby. I worked with Ann Nesby.
Okay.
Johnny Gill. I worked with Salt and Pepper. Queen Latifah. Sheryl Crow. It's been just an amazing ride. It's been amazing. And now I stepped away from the game for a while. I'm coming back to it. I'm meeting so many different new artists and that I've been working with, and a lot of independent artists, which is amazing because you get to hear a lot of different music. And I'm hoping to write music for different artists soon. I'm putting together stuff, but I'm trying to finish my EP before I get started on that.
Well, tell us about your first single.
The first single is Love Me Anyway.
Okay.
And how that came about was Raja asked me to write a Christmas song for her. She said, hey, I need a Christmas song. I said, okay, but I ain't wrote in a long time. I don't think I'm the one. And she said, you're the one, just write it. Just give it a shot, try. So I said, okay. So I wrote the Christmas song in a day. It took about a day. She had to shop for a track and she got it from Shorewell Clark, who was a producer, Grammy Award winning 5 times over, and an Emmy Award winning producer.
Okay.
He sent her a Christmas track and I wrote it in a day and she recorded it in about a day. And we sent it back to him to see what he thought. And he said, we need to do a production company. Just like that. It was quick.
Wow.
And we, I think we met him probably like the end of September. Well, Rajane met him around the end of September. I didn't speak to him probably till like the beginning of October, maybe. And I said, well, send me another track. Let me see what I can do. And he sent that particular track. And again, it took me about a day, maybe a day and a half. I wrote Love Me Anyway. Sent it back to him. I said, we got to get somebody to sing it. And Roger was like, no, you have to sing this. There's no way. I said, yeah, no, not a singer. but she said, well, you have to sing it at least so we can put it on a sampler to send it out. Okay. I said, okay, I'll at least do that. I said, I need something to record with. I don't have anything. So I had to find something, buy stuff, hit the record button, record my own vocals. We were FaceTiming, trying to get me because I hadn't sung even a background in years. So I was like, I can't find the key. So everything was going on. Then finally, when it was done, Raja put out the Christmas song, and Sherwell was sick. And we were like, okay, well, we got to keep the momentum. Maybe we'll just put out Love Me Anyway and just let it keep the momentum of the production company going. Man, that thing took off in the UK. It went to number 2 on the Urban Influencer UK charts with no promotion. Zero promotion. None. Absolutely none. One, because it wasn't supposed to come out on me. And 2, I didn't know what we were brand new. We were like, we don't know what to do with this. So we just so yeah. Gosh. It rolled over all by itself. And then after that, we were like, and not long after that, Sherwell passed away.
Oh my, sorry to hear that.
It was a heavy blow, but it was the blessing was that I had Love Me Anyway, and it was mine. When it could have been on somebody else, it wasn't. It was mine, and it was like the gift that he left with me. Wow. So I was grateful for that, and that was how the first single came about, and this is how I re-entered back into the music.
Wow. So how long did you take a break?
20 years.
Like I said, so you took a break at 5. You took a break at 5 and decided to come back.
Yes.
Oh, you look good. That's all I'm gonna say.
Thank you.
Because you don't ask a woman their age, so I'm just like, we don't do that.
But so you, I'll tell you outside the recording.
Okay. Because I want to know your secret. That's all I'm saying. Because you said 20 years. I was maybe thinking about 5 years or 10 years, the max. When you said 20?
Yes. 20. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
That is awesome. And what a way to come back with a hit song.
Oh my gosh. Yes. It's such a blessing. And I'm going to re-release it.
Okay.
Because I think that the song itself, and especially because Sherwell was on it, it deserves to properly be put out in a way where we can fully appreciate it,
Right.
Video, the promotion, I want to kind of put it out the right way. So I'm going to probably do a re-release. It came out on Thanksgiving. I'm probably going to push it a little sooner because the EP is supposed to be coming out soon. So
okay,
I'm going to put it out again.
Wow. So what was the inspiration even for the lyrics?
For Love Me Anyway.
Love Me Anyway. I love it. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
My sister my sister Alicia was a big inspiration because she's just a full personality,
Okay.
And you can misconstrue it as her being too blunt sometimes or egotistical, but she's not. She's the sweetest person. But she's very forward. But she knows her business. But she's like, look, this is me. Take it. Rajane is also another inspiration for her because she's the same way. She reminds me a lot of my sister. And then there's me, who apparently Raja says that I'm too blunt, and I am. I know that I am, but I don't know how to bubble it up for anybody. It's like, to me, it becomes a waste of time at some point to make it sound pretty. It's like, look, it sounds horrible. Let's move on. Let's fix it. As opposed to, well, is there another way you can say that? No. You know, I get up my hair, like even today, I was like, I got to put a scarf on it. You know,
Yeah.
this is what it is. So that was the inspiration of Love Me Anyway for people who are themselves and they're true to themselves.
Okay.
Not everybody can understand that truth. There are people that do understand that truth and can love you through all of that, no matter what. Because if your family can do it, then there's somebody outside of your family that can do it.
Exactly. But you know, I think what it is, I think it's hard for people to accept that part of themselves as well. Because and then when you begin to be honest and be blunt, a lot of people can't handle it. And so I think that's where a lot of people become skittish. I'm kind of like that personality, because being on the radio, you have to learn, you want to say something, but you have to figure out a nice way to do it. So I always had a nice person. But, you know, as I've gotten older, the filter has come down.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm becoming more like, I see me becoming more like my mom, who was like, boom, to the point. So now the filter is like, I'm not going to listen to that. No, it's like this. It what?
And it's funny because these days you don't really have time.
Yeah.
So much of a filter. Like, you know, you got 3 seconds to make an impression, 2 seconds for somebody to hear something, whether they like it or not. They can look at you in 1 second and make a decision whether or not they even like looking at you. Swipe left. You know, it's just technology and you know, social media has brought us to the point where we have to kind of say what we mean, because you don't have a lot of time to say what you want. So you have to just say what you mean right off the break.
I can see how you are a songwriter, because you just said a whole lot right there. In less than 16 bars, you just said a whole lot right there. You got to say what you mean, because you don't have a lot of time. So what's the point? I mean, that's so real. That is so real. So what's next? You're working on your EP. Who else? What producers are you working with now?
Oh my gosh. So I believe the next, I'm working with Wilfred Freelix, who is going to be working on one of the songs on the album, which might be a next single. We're trying to decide whether we want to just drop the whole EP or do one more single beforehand. And I'm Done, which is currently on the charts, on the Urban Influencer charts.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. That song is the little engine that could, because I swear it's very different. I heard it that way, and it's a very different type of song. So I was like, I'm not sure if anybody's going to accept it or not, but if they want to know who I am, that's how I hear things. But that particular song was produced by me and Rajane. Wilfred Freelix played guitar on it, so he featured a guitar part on it. And having a local legend from Jersey City, his name is Wally B. He is just agreed to do the remix on it, which we weren't sure we could get a remix, but he was like, oh no, I got this, which will probably be like more like house music, which is our wheelhouse, because that's like Jersey and New York. So he's like, oh, dance house music. I was like, if you can pull that off. And so he kind of gave me an idea of where he wanted to go with it. And oh my gosh, I don't know. I'm so excited. Yeah.
It's like I said, it's a really nice vibe. I'm loving the record. So I'm looking forward to your EP. You know, are you going to try to do, I know COVID is still lingering, and I know a lot of people want to perform, but will you be doing some performance dates, or are you and Rajane?
I don't know when Rajane will be doing any performance dates. She's super busy because she's literally trying to finish her album. But in my case, I opened for Mr. Cheeks for the first, so I've never performed live.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had to perform live for the very first time, and a family member of mine said, "Hey, do you want to open up for Mr. Cheeks?" I was like, okay.
There you go.
Yeah. I said, okay. So it went very well. I did my thing, and I was very shocked that I did my thing. I didn't freeze up. I didn't drop the mic, none of that. So I did it. I walked off the stage, and so yeah, I think the more I do it, the better I'll get. So I definitely intend on doing something again soon.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to you getting out there and
Awesome.
visiting some of the markets and some of the indie stations that are out here. And,
Yeah.
I mean, some of the cities. I'm down in the Brunswick, St. Simon's, Jekyll Island area. Beautiful place. Love to have you down here performing. Got a nice little cozy, intimate spot for you.
Nice. All
Yeah.
you got to do is just send me the address and let me know the
Okay.
date. I'll get up there.
And and it's gonna be good because doing a lot of these little intimate type of vibes, again, I
Yes,
know COVID is out there, so we're hoping people
absolutely.
take these shots so we can get back to life again,
As soon as they called me, do you want? No, I didn't even. They didn't even finish the sentence. Yes, shoot me.
Okay. Shoot me, exactly.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are worried about what's in the shot, and I was like, you don't even know what's in the COVID. So I don't know if one combats the other. I was like, you're not gonna shoot me with COVID, okay? But if you get it, you're still getting it. So
And you're dying.
and you're dying from it.
And you're dying from it. And that's the part. So when I do hear people say, oh, I just don't, I just shake my head because it's like we can't get rid of this thing and we want to be able to live life. I would love, like I said, I have a nice little spot that you can come down here and do a nice little intimate set. Oh gosh, I could see you doing those.
I
And
would love.
then you get ready and then you be out there, So
Yes,
we're gonna send out much prayers on that because it's time for us to get back to life.
absolutely.
And we love to see you down there. So you're still in the New York, New Jersey area?
No, I'm actually in West Virginia, so I'm closer to the DMV area. I
Okay.
came back close to where I was born.
Okay,
a
that's
lot less,
awesome.
a lot less snow. Even though I live in the mountains, it's like a lot,
Okay.
it's still a lot
Wait,
less
you
snow.
know what? I can not want to deal with the snow anymore. I'm just saying. I lived in Nashville and that was as close as I got to the snow again. And I'm good now.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I like the beach. I like the island living, but
absolutely.
we're definitely excited about your project and as far as you being on on influencers, we just like what you're doing. I mean,
I'm so appreciative. You guys are so amazing at how you showcase all the independent artists because there's a lot of independent artists that I had never even heard of, and kind of getting knowledge of urban influence. I was able to go, oh my gosh, I never even heard, and I started downloading and adding them to my playlist. It's just an
mhm.
amazing platform. I'm so appreciative.
Oh, it's a great platform. I have to say it the other way too because being in radio, commercial radio for 37 years, and
Right.
then finally doing this indie thing, I was like, and I get to hear artists like I would have never heard you. I'm gonna be honest. It would have to have been. I can't say never because you never know the way your luck is going. Hey, I probably would have out of all the artists, but really, honestly, a lot of artists like yourself, you don't get to hear them on commercial radio. So
I
the
don't.
fact, the fact that your music is getting out there and, I'm sure the UK is loving it now. You're on the charts over there and, because they're always a step ahead of us, darn it.
Yeah, they did get me first for me to be right here. That was like, so that's the hottest.
I'm like, do they got better ears than we do? But I don't think I think we have a lot more corporate radio stations and it kind of goes through the corporate chain. And it is what it is. It's a great paycheck if you have it. So I'm not going to down it because I do miss the check. But I'm glad you. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, but it's awesome to be with the urban influencers to meet artists and to watch you do your thing because you're blossoming and you're blossoming quickly. Even though you did take that long hiatus,
I know.
you really took a sabbatical right there.
Oh my gosh, I literally like
20 years.
yes, 20 years and never thought in a million years that I would come back to it. One, because I couldn't get in touch with me and Raj, and they were out of touch for that
Mm-hmm.
long. We hadn't
Wow.
spoken to each other. And I happened to find her on Facebook and I said, hey, not sure if you remember me. She said, I'm gonna hit you.
Wow.
Yeah, she said, I've been looking for you. So we didn't miss a beat. As soon as the chemistry was right there, when she said write something, I kind of understood her, how she delivers, and still learning, but how she delivers. But she trusted how I write a lyric, and
wow.
I in turn trusted how I write a lyric. I'm very serious about how I write a lyric, how it's conveyed, and what I say. I tend to be, like I said, pretty blunt in my lyrics, but outside of that, I'm serious about the lyric. I'm serious about how it flows, how it talks to somebody, what it says. And I love writing to the core of who I am. So the opportunity to even write for anybody was just amazing.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, to admit myself to the pot is just a whole nother level of what? Mind blown.
But you know what's so awesome about that too? Just when you think you have a plan, God comes back with the plan He already had it. You know what? But you didn't know. You weren't supposed to know that then. You probably weren't even ready for that then.
Not a clue.
This is timing.
Yes, and it's great timing because I'm at peace with a lot of things, and
right.
I'm settled mentally, and being settled mentally has allowed me to turn my focus up like times 20. So
wow.
I'm very excited about the place I am mentally, which is allowing me to blossom. I don't let, I let everybody in life live their life. I don't try to interfere in it. I don't let anybody interfere in mine. I take advice. I learn lessons. I have mentors. But if you're coming with some garbage that I don't want to, that I just don't want to deal with, I'm not going to deal with it. And I have no toleration for it.
And it's, what I found out about that? It's okay.
Yep.
It's really okay.
It is.
At the end of the day, it's like people may not like it, but it's okay.
And they don't.
They don't. And that's what I'm saying. The older you get, the more you realize it's okay. They'll be mad, but I still love you.
Yes. But I will help anybody that I can. I will do right by anybody that I could do right by. But I do not have no time. I don't have time. I don't have time for anything that starts with the drama. I just don't have time for it. I literally have time to work and write and promote and being an independent artist it's more full-time job than a full-time job.
That's right.
I've never worked so hard in my life.
but at the end of the day, it's yours.
It's yours.
And this is you're to be commended. You should be proud because this is your baby. It's not somebody, okay, sing this song and write this song and do this and choose this. You're doing it. You're making these decisions about your life. Absolutely. That's beautiful.
That's
a beautiful thing. And as you get older, you have more of an appreciation. I joked about the check, but I do miss the check, but I don't miss that. You have to do this. You have to do that.
Exactly.
That's what, and it needs to be then. I'm moving in my own space and time, and I'm loving it.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
I'm telling you, I was the same way. I was at a point where I could have made easy 6 figures, not even thinking. And then I realized that the person I interviewed with, I was like, I just don't like her voice even, because she just had this thing where she spoke where everybody she was talking to, you can tell they were beneath her. And no matter what you said or how you said it, she talked down on you. And I was like, I don't know who you think is this hungry, but it's not me. I moved on. I just don't have the patience for that. And it stifles creativity.
Right.
I've been at jobs where it just stifled my creativity. I didn't write because I just didn't write. I didn't write because I creatively, there was somebody saying, do this, do that. Got to do it this way. You got to worry about whether you're good enough to get a raise or be this. And then you got to clock in at this time. I was like, clock in?
Girl, you said something there. You don't even understand. The first time they came and like, okay, you gotta clock in. I said, that's why I became a radio person. I don't want to clock in. I know where I gotta be. My listeners know that I'm gonna be there. You just told me to clock in. I'm feeling some type of way about. I got in my feelings about that. I was walking around in my feelings for a minute about that. I was like, clock in. I never clocked in.
they want to do it, the regular 9 to 5. Now, mind you, you have to have a regular 9 to 5. The earth has to spin some kind of way.
Right.
I get it. But I'm completely right-brained. So basically, I'm so on the creative end of it that I have a hard time. My father said, he has a hard time with authority, but it's not just authority. It's just that his brain just wants to do things, create all the time. And the second you try to suppress it, it's almost like trying to squeeze a supernova into a glass.
Ooh.
And you can't. So you're sitting up there and you're like, I'm ready to just explode with all of this. But a 9 to 5 doesn't allow you to explode with all of that. A 9 to 5 says, hey, you're good at this thing right here. And it wants to stair step you into the next good thing. And then they compensate with a little bit of money for that next good thing. When you can be like, I'm a supernova. Let me just explode, make a whole bunch of money, be happy, or make a little bit of money and be happy. Whatever that is, be your supernova. Don't sit up there and squeeze me to a glass. You don't even know who I am. You don't know what I have. You don't know what I can offer your company because you're trying to get me to sit up here and type this between these same little 8 hours. And I'm like,
girl, you done said a whole lot. You know what though? Try to explain that to normal folk. And I say normal because they don't think we're normal, but thinking that way, and I'm right about that. Because they think, there's something wrong with this.
Work.
You need a job.
You need a job.
And I'm like, what do I do? what do I do? I've been doing this, but this is me. This is what I was born to do. So how do you take what you're born to do and put it in like not in your supernova glass? And then you just wrote a whole song when you said that, by the way. I'm just letting you know. So the truth of the matter is that I had my roommate for like 10 years, was a writer and producer, dope, but little, I would say, I think he was more afraid of success than failure. There are people like that. And I'm just quoting, but he was a writer. And so I paid, I'm a lyric girl. So when you're saying these things, I'm like, wow, she just wrote a song. She didn't hear what you're saying. And you're right. Taking who you are creatively, putting it into a box, like you said, 8 hours a day, doing something that you really, really don't like. But it pays the bills.
Yes.
But it also takes away from your creative force if you just trust and believe and step out on faith. That's going to work.
Yeah.
And that's what you did. And it's working.
It's working. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, for the younger people that might watch this, when I started out, I was young, I slept never, and once I got my foot into a door, didn't know what I was doing, but I knew that I loved it. I knew that it was me, and I starved for it. There was a week where I was like, all I could afford was some rice, and I ate rice for a solid week. But I had something to eat, but I starved for it. I slept on the train for it. You have no idea what I did to kind of make sure that I was happy at whatever it was I was doing. I can't even, and I think people tend to fight for the wrong thing. Some people fight for the check. They fight to pay those bills. But some people fight to live a life, and those bills get paid with it. And they don't even realize it. They don't realize that people tend to gravitate towards the stuff that you're great at, the stuff that you love, because they're like, oh my gosh, she has a love for it. I love it too. I want to feel what she feels, or I can relate to it. When you got people like that, that if there's products that you love, somebody else is going to want that same product. I'm going to say, oh, I heard that product. Who is selling that product? Somebody is selling it. They loved it. They're selling it, and everybody's buying it. And they're not expecting to make any money, but they are. I love baking. And when I was at my lowest, I loved baking. I said, I'll just sell a couple of cakes. Maybe it'll help me get some Christmas money. I sold so many cakes because I love baking, and the cakes were good. They were so good, but it's because I love doing it. I made sure that they looked amazing and they tasted the way I wanted them to taste. I said, oh no, this needs all kind of butter and juiciness and rum and some of everything. And once I did that, it was a whole wrap. And then I said, okay, well, I can't do this all the time. I only do it at Thanksgiving time. At Thanksgiving time, I would sell out every slot I had in less than 5 minutes. If I said I can only bake this many cakes, they were gone. All slots were filled up. And then I had orders after orders after orders. So
we have kindred spirits because I do my mother's fruitcakes on Christmas time. Homemade, not the store bought.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, we need to swap cakes. You're gonna send me a fruit one, I'll send you a rum cake.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh.
It's on.
Okay.
It's okay. I mean, I got people are waiting. I send my cakes out all over this country. It's like, wow, well, we definitely. Oh my gosh. And you sitting here talking about the cakes, and I'm like, okay, she got to be talking about, okay, we're going to have to swap.
Yeah, we'll swap cakes.
That is awesome.
Just, you got to do what you love.
Absolutely.
Even if you quit, try it. Because that's that little piece of happiness that'll sustain you for as long as you need it to until you go back to it. It's just.
And you know, the goodness about God, he's going to bring you right back. There's been a couple times that I tried to quit radio along the way and call myself, I'm a manager artist, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And every time God brought me right back to doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Because what's in you is in you. What he made you to do, he made you to do. And and again, the struggle's hard, but you handling it.
I'm doing what I do.
And that's all you can do is what you do.
Yeah, make it do what it do. That's the best we can ask for, especially these days. If you're alive and breathing, there's no reason why you should not be grateful and living the best life you could live if you are alive and breathing. Because man, 2020 took a lot of people out.
So yeah, we have a lot to be grateful for.
Absolutely.
The fact that we're sitting here doing this, praise. Don't get me to praise it.
Oh, what? I'm trying to tell you, I'm sitting up here, I'm like, just last year it was just me. And now I'm like, I'm sitting here being interviewed by just the most gorgeous woman. I'm so appreciative.
Oh, thank you.
So appreciative. And people are listening to my song. I'm so thankful. I almost want to tear up. I'm not going to tear up, but I'm so grateful.
It's your season. Your season is now.
Yeah.
So you embrace it. We're looking forward to your EP, and God got good things in store for you. That's my pastor's favorite line. God got good things in store for you. Your attitude, you make people want to help you, want to see you be successful. So, and that's when God's all in the midst of it. Because you're glowing from the time you came on. It's like, wow, look at that smile. So it's your season, it's your time. So rock with it, girl. Rock with it.
So much. Thank you.
So the single's coming out again when? You're re-releasing it?
Oh, I'm hoping for September.
Okay.
September, no later than October. Because I know that with the timing of I'm Done, it's literally just starting to take off. And then the remix will be following behind that, but I don't want no shadows, no nothing on top of Love Me Anyway being re-released. And then the EP, if I release the EP at the same time, I'll probably re-release it with the EP if what's happened, but no later than October.
Wow.
So about a month or two.
We're looking forward. We're looking for Vanessa Ness Powers. I'm loving it.
Yes.
Love you, girl. I just can't wait for you to just blossom and just see your career take off and keep writing. I mean, you're a heck of a writer.
Thank you.
I took notes. You did mental notes right here. I'm like, okay. I mean, that whole, supernova glass thing. I was like, whoa.
Yes.
That got me right there. I was done. Well, we appreciate you being on the Urban Influencers. podcast indeed. So it's the #1 platform for indie artists, and you know you're proof in the pudding. So we're hoping that everybody follows suit, tell everybody about us. We'll definitely, you know, people can see this, and you know they see it's happening. So that's the whole idea. You know, that's the whole idea, and that's what we're here to help indie artists get out here and break it, be heard, be seen, and that's what's happening. So we appreciate you, girl, Yolanda Neely, of course, the Urban Influencers #1.
Yes, yes.
Just wanna smoke you till it's ashes, spin you back just like some cassettes, touch you all over your assets. Love the way you look in your spandex, so complex, yeah. Every day, every day. Yeah. Trap Betty, baby, I go crazy over you, you. I wanna be yours. Henny sipping, pour it up for you. Trap Betty, baby, I go crazy over you, you, you. I wanna be yours. want a day, and when the day come, I'ma be numb. Off of your love, mama's on drugs, daddy's so broke. You was so right, bitches on sight, we could get it on when I get to killing that beat. I'm feeling like a dealer when I give it that deep. Been over on the counter, sippy cups in the sink. Man, I'm all up in her stomach till she said she can't breathe. Grandmama got a script, slap zips to the link. Pussy popping out a crit, red tips in a weed. I'm holding that weed, double OG. Bitch, you got a paper, she can smoke for free. Hey, trap, Betty, baby, I go crazy over you. You, I wanna be yours. Henny sipping crazy over you, over you, over you. My love is overdue for you, baby. I'll pour it over you. If you wanna take it that way, that way, that way. And I don't care that you got 3 kids. All the motherfuckers off the leashes. None of them swimming in the deep end. Supervised visitation on the weekend. If you motherfucking cousin Lisa, get up in my face once more. I'ma have to put her in a place and it. Put her on the floor. Whoa, all the hoes get down on the floor. Down on the floor, down on the floor. All these hoes get down on the floor. Down on the floor, down on the floor. Down, all these hoes get down. Get down. Down on the floor. Get it, Betty, get it, girl. Trap Betty, baby, I go crazy over you. I wanna be yours. Bend it, tip it, spin it, all for you, all for you, all for you. Trap Betty, baby, I go crazy over you. I wanna be yours. Bend it, tip it, spin it, all for you, all for you, all for you. miles apart, I feel your solar energy. Till then you'll be on my mind, on my mind, on my mind. You'll be on my mind. I couldn't believe that you would make a fool right out of me. So young and naive, couldn't see that you were never gonna leave. I couldn't see how I felt for your lies and sweet deceit. Didn't believe that you would make a fool right out of me. I just wanna tell you how I feel. I just wanna keep it honest. Show me who you are for real. Show me, baby, don't be modest. On my mind, on my mind, on my mind. You'll be on my mind, on my mind, on my mind, on my mind. You'll be on my mind. I wouldn't believe that you would make a fool right out of me. So young and naive, couldn't see that you were never gonna leave. I couldn't see how I felt for your lies and sweet deceit. Didn't believe that you would make a fool right out of me. I put my hopes and dreams into someone that doesn't know me. Left out in the cold and judged by everybody that knows me. Can't believe that you have made a fool right out of me. Now that I see that you have never really cared for me. I don't need no love song. Don't need no love song. I don't need no love song. I don't need no love song. I don't need no love song. Don't need no love song. I don't need no love song. I don't need no love song. Believe that you would make a fool right out of me. So young and naive, couldn't see that you were never gonna leave. I couldn't see how I felt for your lies and sweet deceit. Didn't believe that you would make a fool right out of me. I put my hopes and dreams into someone that doesn't know me. Left out in the cold and judged by everybody that knows me. Can't believe that you have made a fool right out of me. Now that I see that you have never really cared for me. You're on my mind. You're on my mind. You're on my mind.
When was it that you had left? As I sat on the porch, sad and bereft. Was it when you walked out the door? Or was it so many years before? Did you think I'd never notice all the looks you gave to your accomplice? Behind the scenes and in the shadows, out in the barn and in the meadows. The day you left, I've been full of sorrow mixed with happiness. The day you left, surprisingly I've been content with loneliness. Straw in your hair gave you away, but I kept all your secrets to this day. Oh, hoping it would just be a flame, and back into my arms you'll spring. I wish and pray that you remember the love we share, so true and tender. Oh, maybe soon enough you get bored. Oh, with this passing fancy I abhor.